This is it. 40th episode coming up. So you guys are in before the recording starts. It's the fun exclusive content part of a live stream on YouTube, right? Let's get the headphones on. Kids screaming in the background as usual. That is the life as a quarantine podcasting parent now. All right, let's hit it. Episode 40, the big 4-0. We made it, guys. We finally made it. The podcast is officially over the hill. It's done. This is now, the podcast is a master's podcast now because it's 40. We made it. We graduated, y'all. I guess that means the podcast gets to throw easier stuff now and complain more and have more bad-smelling salves and ibuprofen. I guess that's what we get now. So I'm going to start episode 40 like I start every episode, though. We're going to talk about Fraternity of Girth. Fraternity of Girth, fogapparel.com. Best strength sports apparel in the biz. It's cool. It's funny. The designs are awesome. And they got a cool Norse and Celtic vibe, which I think jives very well with the stuff that all of us are into here in the Scottish Highland Games. But if you're listening to the Heavy Light podcast, you can use the code HEAVYLIGHT to save 10% on everything you buy there. They got awesome bags right now. They have the day packs. They have the snack smuggler, which I can never say properly on a microphone, but it's awesome. They got fanny packs. They got all sorts of day packs that are really cool looking, really durable, really useful. I love mine. And they also, this is one thing I really want to point out to a lot of people in the Highland Games community, since a lot of y'all are doing, you're like a backyard games, trying to get things together, or you're doing things for fundraising. They handle shirt design and fulfillment for games and for throwing groups. So please get in touch with them. Go to fogapparel.com, check out fulfillment. They'll definitely hook you up, and tell them the beach sent you. I don't know if that'll get you anything. Maybe that'll get the cost increased if you tell them that I did it, but at least I'll get some credit. It's all about me, guys. Okay, so I want to adjust my microphone for one thing, but I want to kind of underscore, I don't want to use the term difficulty, because that seems silly to say difficulty when I'm in my comfy home studio making a podcast about a thing that I like. But there is some difficulty involved in continuing to do a solo podcast about a sport that's basically canceled right now. And I'm not the only one. It's not, the good thing is for us in this sport is that this is not our livelihood. We're not, there are people who can't work. There are people who are in danger when they go to work, and I don't have any of those things. So difficulty is a hard word, but it just takes a little bit of extra work to get on the microphone and talk about this sport because, I think everybody out there probably has a topic that they love to hear about. And if you do want to hear about those, definitely get in touch with me on all social media, everything like that. Let me know. But in my mind, I've been talking about the Highland Games for like 10 years, and I may think that I've like really explored a subject and it's passé and nobody wants to hear about it. And it's just because I've thought about it for 10 years. But somebody getting into the sport, they may think like, I'd really like to know about that. That's kind of the reason I did the things like the gear list stuff and the things about like, lifting programs, stuff like that. Yeah, that's almost like settled in my mind in some ways. I try to be, as open and grow as I can, but some of the things feel settled, and I feel like I've talked about them forever, but it's good to get that stuff out there and talk through that stuff. So with that being said, I'm actually pretty happy today because at least I have some results in the database, because that is one thing that has always been kind of at the core of this, is that it's not just, as I've said many times, it's not just about one thrower's descent into madness, which is what it has become for several months now during the pandemic. But it's supposed to be, about our sport, and it's supposed to kind of keep you updated in an offhand way. I'm not trying to be ESPN, the Scottish version. I'm not trying to, give us hour by hour coverage, have a ticker running or anything like that. But, when there's results and there's games and there's things that are noteworthy, I want to call those out. So I'm happy that we got that today. So that's going to be a big part of it. That's going to be the bulk of what we talk about today, honestly, because as much as I enjoy everything being about me, don't get me wrong, I love me some me. As much as I enjoy that, though, I really like the use of this podcast to get people some recognition for things they're doing out there, or, if there's people, friends that I know that I've met on the road, or, that are good friends that are throwing, be able to have a chance to talk about them. Talking about athletes and stuff and seeing people do things in the games, reading the results, really it fires off a lot of synapses in my brain, makes me think about a lot of stuff. And maybe it'll bring back stories and stuff like that. But that's beyond it just being about me, though. I really like the recognition of the athletes and the events and the throws, and I kind of wanted to, build that community part of it. So while it hasn't been, things didn't go exactly to plan in the past several months, I think we're still doing a pretty decent job. Ooh, see the live stream thing also. I don't know if I am live streaming this on YouTube. I do that once in a while. Um, Headphone hair is a thing, man. So I've got longer quarantine hair now, and you'd think by putting the headphones over it, you tame it, but really it just becomes more crazy. So we're gonna roll that though. It'll be like a really, there you go. I got a like headband style now, so I have like an explosion of curly hair behind it. Man, that looks awesome. That's like, yeah, it's like an old school track and field headband right there. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to look at the results that we got. We're going to look at what's going on. We've had some games, and I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt that's out there throwing, and I want to believe that all of you are being safe and you're being smart, that you're social distancing, you're requiring masks when people are in contact. I didn't see masks on when people were throwing, but I'm not going to judge based on that, because people posted pictures and stuff. Because, you're in a box and everybody should be 6 feet from you when you're throwing, because, otherwise you might catch a weight to the skull and die. Shout out to Aaron George, who's had that nearly happen to him in Texas, of all places, when he came to visit. Threw in one of our games in 100 degrees. So Jeff Dewar also, I think, nearly got killed by a weight. I don't know if it was in the head, though. See, you listen to this podcast, you're going to hear about Aaron, you're going to hear about throwers in Texas. I'm sure if you got a nearly hit in the head with a weight story, which I know there are hundreds out there, hey, hit me up. Post them. Tag the Heavy Light Podcast in that. Hashtag Heavy Light Podcast. So where was I with that? I don't know. Oh yeah, you got to be 6 feet from people when they're throwing anyway. So I'm not going to judge based on that. I want to believe and have faith in our community that we're not full of a bunch of people that think Bill Gates created COVID so he could implant chips in our skin or something like that. And if you're a listener to my podcast, you're probably one of those people. But if you are, hey, get fucked. Don't listen to my podcast if you believe that kind of shit. So let's look at the games that happened. There's been a lot in July I just kind of have ignored, and I should not have. But a lot of times they're just like groups of friends getting together like I did, last month or something like that. So there's not like a ton of competition going on. Yeah, I mean, it feels competitive at the time, I'm sure. Let's do a cutoff, because I don't want to do... Let's start with the weekend, the 17th, 18th, maybe. Payson Scottish Festival. There was a Scottish Festival on the 11th in Utah. Utah always doing it, man. Okay, Payson Scottish Festival, July 11th. Amateur A, John Forsyth takes first place. Pretty handily. Very handily, actually. 17 points, sorry. Still, that's huge. Braemar Stone 39.6, Open Stone 46, Heavyweight 34, Lightweight 68. Heavy Hammer good, 96.9, that's pretty big. 35-foot sheaf. Wonder if it was a 16-pounder. I don't know. I don't think Forsyth is a 35-foot, 20-pound thrower. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Like there's people in the room that'll correct me. I can just say whatever the fuck. Whittle Bar 16, there you go. That's top amateur stuff, man. That's how it's done. And then Nick Jensen second place, Ben Kitchens third. Let's see, the B's, Justin Schramm in a class of 1 takes the win. Congratulations, buddy. I would say welcome to the A's, but you're in a class of 1, so maybe hang out and beat some other B's. I don't know. Amateur C, Stephen Bird with the win. Good job, buddy. Welcome to the sport. Lightweight, Davin Boydston. What's up, Davin? Davin with some good numbers out there. He's always been a good stone thrower. 34.4. That's legit, man. Nice. That's a lightweight throw. That's a good Braemar right there. Anything in the mid 30s is getting at legit. Open stone 42.3 1/4. Good, man. Heavyweight for distance 39.9, still close to 40. Lightweight for distance 59.7 3/4, so close to 60. Heavy hammer 78, light hammer 97. I know Davin, I think, looking back, I know that hammers aren't his favorite, but that's pretty good progress for him, man. Caber 12, probably because they saw lightweights need a caber and they gave him like a toothpick. I'm kidding, Davin. You probably turned a monster. Sheep 26, that a boy. Weight for height 14.6. Good day overall, man. Way to stay in shape. Way to throw. Let's see. And then the women lightweight. Yeah. Nicole Davis, first place with 10. First place with 10 points. Won by 7 points. Same as Devin. Same margin he won by. Nicole threw a 28.5 Braemar, 33.4 open stone, 40-foot heavyweight. There you go. 55 lightweight for distance. Heavy hammer 61, light hammer 80, caber 12. But the caber's easy at this game, I'll be honest. A lot of 12s from other classes too. 22-foot sheaf, 15-foot weight for height. Nice. Masters. There's like a million masters classes. I'm trying to see if it's because they actually split them up or they just run them together and then do it in the database later. I'll do masters 40 to 49. Doug Hannay with the win by 10 points. Nice. Masters 50, John Springer with the win. Masters 60, Lee Fugel. Good on you, Lee. Get out there and keep representing, dude. Masters women, Beth Ammon with the win. Emily Harrison second, Nicole Davis third. Masters women 40 to 49. I guess this is the whole group. I don't know. That's hard to say, guys. Come on, clean up this database stuff, guys. I'm sure this is people going back later and kind of putting stuff so they can qualify in the right areas. Hey, Hayden finished HDO. Emily Harrison, yeah, number one in Masters overall. No, okay, I had the Masters women thing wrong. Those were just, don't disregard that. Emily Harrison won the Masters. There we go. Women A, Chelsea Forsyth. John Forsyth's lovely wife, I believe. 31.8 on the Braemar. That's pretty good. 40-foot open stone. There you go. Women B, Kylie Schramm. Good job, Kylie. Women C, Logan Sim. A lot of women at this game. Good job, y'all. Man, women are coming in droves to this sport. We're going to start making superstars, man. We're going to start making more and more of them. It's awesome. Logan Sim with the win in the C class. Welcome to the games. Hey, she beat Kelly and Mickey Tupai, who are, I'm guessing, sisters. So, yeah, good up. Bring your sister to the games, too. Start competing. Bring a sibling. All right, let's jump ahead. I know I'm going fast on these guys. I know I'm going fast, but again, yeah. My mouse button is frozen. Well, now it's just us talking while I wait. How have you been? You good? Oh, you good? Oh, wow. Yeah, no, it is hot. Well, it's supposed to, yeah, it's supposed to be a cold front, but yeah, well, yeah, that's the worst of it today. That's right. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sweating. All right. Kootenai. Oh, man, back on the good names. Yeah, I've been doing this so long, you think I'd have heard all the silly games names. Not silly. I'm sure Kootenai is like Proud Warrior Death or something, or whatever language it is. But Kootenai. Andre Carter Comito, my favorite sneaky amateur who's got monster numbers. What the? Did I talk about this already? Or is this more monster numbers from him? Carter Comito, 43.7 Braemar Stone. Come on, dude. 54.3 Open Stone. Come on, dude. That's huge. 37 weight for distance, 68 light weight for distance. His weights do not match his stones. Must have been a shot putter. Still good. Fucking better than mine. But heavy hammer 90, light hammer 114, caber 1 o'clock. Sheaf 28. Attaboy, it's 16-pound sheaf. Weight for height 18. Fucking A. Carter, focus on the middle of the day, man. You're going to be a fucking monster. Get those weight for distance and hammers nailed down. Fucking golden, dude. Wow. Nice job. Second place, Justin Jessup. Third place, Brandon Pless. Wow, John Van Buren all the way, and I'm not trying to be a dick here, but all the way to fifth. This is a stacked class, dude. Carter Comito, Justin Jessup, Brandon Pless, Kyle Rothwell, Scott Hutchinson, John Van Buren, Brett Olson, Justin Clifford. Some good throwers there, man. John Van Buren taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a class is nuts. He threw a 52.7 open stone and ended up 6th. How the fuck? Wait. These aren't, oh. They put these, that's why. They put these in the database, they didn't do the placing. They just put the names in. I have to determine for myself. Pay attention, Beach. But also, hey, put your stuff in right when you put it in the database. Okay, so I got to refigure this whole thing. Still, great stones, Carter. But John Van Buren beat you in the Braemar. So, John is clearly the winner today. Okay, 44.1 Braemar stone, 52.7 open stone, 40'9" heavyweight, 77 lightweight, 101 heavy hammer, big, 124 light hammer, big, 12 o'clock caber, 32 sheaf with the 16, big, could be bigger, 17 weight for height. He's a good weight for height thrower, Good weight over bar competition. This one, by the way, they had two guys at 18, one guy at 17, one guy at 15, one guy at 14. The lowest finishing mark was 13. That's a good A class, man. That's a solid ass A class in Libby, Montana. Wow. Way to go, Montana. Amateur B, Spencer Jessup gets the win. Brandon Rose gets the win in the C's. Welcome to the sport, man. That's a big C class. I love to see that. That means lots of new people. Lightweights, Joshua Collier gets the win. Good job, man. Only 3 guys there. Nelson Alger, one of them. William Keeley, the other. But yeah, lightweights all over, man. Masters. I always have to kind of sort this out before I look because Masters get in a lot of different weight divisions and stuff like that. But I'm going to go with the Masters 40 to 49 because I think that encompasses a lot of the throwers. David Fulkerson with the win. For the big throws. Pretty decent all around. No monsters, but 50 to 59, Mike Lanigan with the win. Women 40 to 49, Rhonda Miller with the win. Novice, welcome to the sport for real, guys. That's a big novice class, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 novices. We're doing it, y'all. We're bringing people to the sport. Just keep preaching the gospel. Tell them that it gets better. Seriously, like it's their actual seasons and like lots of games you can go to. Maybe not in Montana. I don't know how many guys you guys got, but just tell them that there's all over the country. And there's an other class. I don't know what that is. That's just the open. I don't know what that is. Juniors? Maybe it's juniors. If that's juniors, no, there's only a few juniors. Chris Moore was a junior. No, Chris Moore was going to junior. Okay, that's awesome though. Bring those juniors in, man. And then the women's class, Aisha Owens with the win. I think. No, they didn't put in the. See, okay, I called out all you people for wins. Fuck, I don't know. They didn't do this on any of the classes. I don't know if you guys won or not. I called out these bunch of people winning, and I don't think they won. I'm assuming Aisha got the win here. But, Christine Rothwell looks like she might now. Looks like Christine Rothwell got it. Yeah, for sure. She got it. Okay, Christine Rothwell with the win. Yay. Mandy Voorhees maybe second place. I don't fucking know. I'm not going to sit here and math out 9 events across this many people. Please put rankings in the database. If you want me to read out your stuff on here, you got to rank the people. Sorry. I'm a bit of a prima donna with that. All right, Finger Lakes, Celtic Games, Farmington, New York. Man, you've got a lot of people at these games. Please fucking tell me you're being safe. Please tell me, don't be the people that are like, oh, an outbreak happened at a games and blah, blah, blah. And then at a traditional Celtic festival sporting celebration, there were 15 confirmed cases came out. Don't do that to us because that's not how we want to make the news. I don't want to make the news that way. Local LARPing group sets off outbreak. I don't want to be that. So, all right. So Finger Lakes in your amateur class, you didn't put the rankings, so I'm not going to read them. Sorry to the athletes out there. I'm not going to put. Masters didn't do it either. I'm not going to read them. I'm sorry. I love you all, dear. Let's see. Yeah, that's the whole amateur class. I could take a guess. Some good open stone numbers. It looks like Adam Kellogg may have won it. Maybe. I don't fucking know. It's impossible to tell. Yeah, I don't know. Amateur C, Dylan Makachowski with the win. Welcome to the sport, you newer guys. Love it. Lightweights, Jed Lamont wins comfortably, 9 points. Masters, don't know. Do not know. There's 40,000 athletes and none of them are ranked, so I'm not doing it. Masters 50 to 54, Tim Mullally with the win. There you go, Tim. Second place, Norm Deep. Third place, John Catalinas. Masters women, Jennifer Taylor with the win. Any monster throws there? No, in the wheelhouse for a Masters women thrower. It's good. Courtney McGuire, Aaron Helms bringing up second and third. Hey, Aaron Helms, heavy light athlete. What a stud. See how she did. Pretty good. Improvement. And dig it. Masters 40 to 49, Courtney McGuire. I think that's a database entry. Women's class, Janine Questner, former heavy light athlete with the win. 32-10 on the Braemar. It's good. 40-foot open stone, good. 37 heavyweight, yeah. Lightweight 65, heavy hammer 71, light hammer 86. Could get a little more on the hammers, but that's pretty damn good. Caber 12, sheaf 30. Oh, there's the validator number. Once you hit the 30, it's like, I have arrived. I'm a real thrower now. Once I throw 30. Just kidding. You never ever feel good about yourself or that it's enough, no matter how high you throw. 17-foot wob, that's good. I remember watching her throw wob at the Arnold in March, and I thought she was on the verge of a pretty big breakthrough. So awesome. Women C, Katria Cornelius taking first place, and then the second place girl was named Jenna Depp. But at a glance, I thought it said Johnny Depp, and I got Jenna Deep, and I got really excited because I thought it was gonna be Johnny Depp. Also, Jenna Deep. Kind of a porny name, I'm not gonna lie. All right, what games? American Heritage Highland Games in Chelsea, Oklahoma. This is the big one. I had a lot of people ask if I was going to this one. I wish, guys. It's just I can't, man. I can't do it right now. I'm not the safest person to be around because of my wife's profession, and I'm not in a travel mode right now. I'm sorry. Amateur A. So Clayton Rubach with the win. I don't know Clayton. Some pretty good numbers though. 36-foot Braemar, 43-foot open stone, 33-foot 5 heavyweight, 63 lightweight for distance, heavy hammer 75, light hammer 89. Yeah, good day, man. I don't know who you are, but good day. 13-6. Good day, sir. 13-6 on the weight for height. Second place, Ryan Huddleston, heavy light athlete. Dude has been bombing the weight for distance lately. So these events are a little older than the last week or so, I guess. But since that time, he's getting it, man. It's fun to watch. He's one of those super coachable people. It's cool. Shout out to Ryan Huddleston. I've been throwing with that guy forever, man. Bremerstone, 22 pounds, is 31 feet for him. 38 open stone. Oh, the accursed high 30s throws, right? It's just the worst when you're just sniffing at it. Let's move on to Amateur B. Amateur B, Austin Jones, first place, but only by a point and a half over Riley Monks. Cool, man. Jeremy Coulthard, Fog Berserker there, bringing up fourth place. Ryan Kidder third. Stanton Jones there too. Hamish McLeod. He was, I think, fifth place, something like that. Amateur C. Derek Fluid with the win. Good job, buddy. Lightweight Jeremy Irvin with the fucking win. I love it, man. I like seeing Jeremy win. He's a good dude. 31 feet on the Braemar, 36 feet on the open stone. I'll bet he's not happy with that. I know he's not. He's not happy with the 36 open stone. He's happy to win, but I know he's not happy with that particular one. Light hammer 110. Look at that. Old man Irvin hitting a 110. That's so fucking cool, man. Ted Van Vleck through. Oh, he just entered these lightweight rankings. Never mind, Ted. Never mind. Masters Dan Williams. Let me guess. He 12 the caber. Ooh, 11:55 on the caber. Ooh, look out. Slipping, Dan. So yeah, he's did pretty well in the Masters group, won by 7.5 points. So that boy over Dirk Myers, second place. Mike Golay, third. Ted Van Vleck, fourth. Good showing for the Masters group. And then these are a bunch of database entries for Masters. Women, Alyssa Hapner with a win. No shock there. Won by 8 points. Any big throws? Anything real big? Lightweight 77.3, always good to see. 12 the caber. 32.3 on the sheep. Whoo, that's hot. 16.6 on the weight for height. She's good, man. She's so good. She's a joy to watch throw. I dig it. Michaela Sullivan bringing up second place in that group. All right. I'm sure what they didn't show in the database is how Ted Van Vleck probably injured himself, because it's not a Ted Van Vleck games or practice unless there's an injury. They did not list in the database what part of your body was hurt. So maybe you can fill me in later. All right, Liberty Highland Games, Powell, Ohio. This seems backyardy, but there's a lot of people. I don't know. Amateur, Eric Spence taking the win handily by 11.5 points. Way to go, Eric. 35-11 Braemar, 42 open stone. Good looking throws, man. 36 3.5 heavyweight. 110 3.5 light hammer. Nice, man. See, you threw your light hammer what I should always throw mine, but I don't. Because you threw like an 83 4.5 heavy hammer, which is like my neighborhood, and then like I'll always throw like just under 110 or like 104 105 light hammer, even though everybody else that throws like an 83 foot 84 foot heavy hammer can throw a 110. I don't know why I don't do it. Why I don't do that more. 27.6 on the sheaf, 15 foot weight for height. Lightweight, Jonathan Schleppe, first in class of one, class act. Masters, Henry Kleinar wins handily, 15-point win. Somehow he and the second place thrower in Braemar both threw 31 feet, 11 1/4 inches. Come on, really? Did they throw it in the same hole? Uh, 74 hit. Heavy hammer, 94 light hammer. Yeah, man. And these are a bunch, again, master scores. You kind of got to suss these out. Masters women, Frankie Goodman. What's up, Frankie? Frankie is part of the GLSAA, the Great Lakes Scottish Association. She is like a superhero when it comes to Arnold Week and dealing with all the stuff, especially this last year, everything she did for us. So it's awesome. Frankie's cool. She definitely got the win. Nancy Fortner second, Molly Howard third. Hey, Molly. Let's see what else. There we got some others. I don't know how to classify those, so I'm not going to, so we'll move on. One more. Clan Adrenaline Swelterfest, Strasburg, Virginia. Strasburg, like Stephen. I just taught my son to throw a changeup the same way that Steven Strasburg does. And man, it's fucking scary when that kid, he's 11 and he's a little, he's gigantic. He's huge. Like he's 5'4", 110 pounds now at 11. And he doesn't really, this is terrible, I would say this about him, but maybe one day he'll find this and then he'll be big enough to whoop my ass by the time he finds it, which is not long from now. But, he hasn't had like really a touch of puberty yet. He's a big kid. He's a big kid. He's not like, turned the corner just yet. But so he has these flashes though of like athleticism and explosiveness and stuff that will happen. A lot of times he's just like other kids. He's kind of floppy and, when he's tall with big feet and everything like that, he can be a little awkward at times. But yeah, he's long and he lifts consistently. He lifts 3 times a week. The kid actually gets into it. He's got that kind of like task-oriented brain that can get him set to do that. I'm very envious of that. Like he doesn't need to be inspired; he just goes and gets it done. Isn't that cool? But man, he started throwing this Strasburg changeup, and it took like 10 or 12 just playing catch throwing until he got the rotation, and then started zipping a couple in, and just man, it just gets the spin good, and then this thing just dies. It's fantastic. Strasburg throws a changeup for the video. His change up was I was teaching Evan to throw like a circle change where you kind of have these fingers loose and these pinch on the outside. He throws basically like a 2-seam fastball, but he uses his middle 2 fingers to do it. And then the pinky and the index finger rest on the outside, but he's like throwing a 2-seamer, but he then, instead of like flicking it down like you do with a fastball, keeping the fingers behind, he allows the hand to go limp, and it's really like an all, I don't want to say all arm, that's not the way to do it, but like basically it's the throw only happens at like the shoulder and down. Like, and the hand almost goes kind of limp and acts like a whip, like the head of a whip. And what happens is that it rolls under a little bit naturally, but you don't try to manipulate it with the hand, and man, it gets this weird, it's awesome like buzzsaw spin, and it just dies down. So it was fun to watch him do that. And I enjoyed learning the changeup as well. It's really fun to do, and it's fun to watch Strasburg do it. So because you guys live in Strasburg, Virginia, you get to hear that whole inspired a Heavy Light Highland Games podcast talking about Steven Strasburg's changeup. Not a lot going on in Clan Adrenaline here. Seems like it was a throwing group getting together. Amateur John Fogler taking first place, Josh Shepard taking second, Robert Monroe, who I believe is the namesake of this games, and then Wayne Carlisle bringing up fourth. Masters class, Greg Martz, first place. Joe Fogler, second place. Josh Shepard, third. Robert Monroe. Also, you double counted your scores there. I see what you do. I see you, Robert Monroe. I see, it's fun. I do that shit all the time too. It's just the nature of the database. Sometimes you got to get counted in different classes because you compete in different classes. That's how it goes. Sometimes you got to pull double duty, Robert. I get it, man. Hey, people don't understand what we go through. They don't understand all the roles that we're required to fill, all the tasks, all the people we have to be for everybody all the time. How much we have to be there for everybody. That sometimes I need a shoulder to lean on and to cry on. Sometimes I need support. People don't realize that, Robert. They think that people like us, they think that we're invincible. They think that we can do it all, and we're the rock. And the plain truth is, sometimes, Robert, I don't want to be the rock, and I know you don't either. Sometimes you want to be the one that stops to lean against the rock and just appreciate the splendor, the splendor of life, the beauty of everything around us, the confluence of nature, of industry, of art, of science. You just want to be able to take it all in, and you don't want to have to be constantly worrying about your role in maintaining it, or your role in how you participate, or what your worth is in that. Sometimes you just want to stop and take a rest. But that's not for us, Robert. That's not who we are. And as much as we may think that the role of being the rock and being the shoulder to cry on and being everything for everybody, as much as we think that's thrust upon us, I think, Robert, if you and I are honest, I think we both know that this is what we signed up for. And every day when we wake up, there's a part of us that sets our mind to the task of being who we need to be for the people that need us the most. I think Robert understands that more than anybody else. Sport Kilt. Sport Kilt is the number one kilt producer for the Scottish Highland Games and for everybody, by the way, for a reason. Because they make high quality stuff. It's a weird equation, right? You make stuff that doesn't suck, and you make stuff that's actually awesome, and you make stuff that's fun to wear. You make stuff that's fun to go through the process of customizing and buying. You get to pick something with some personality. You can get to put patches all over it when you get it home and everything. And you have an awesome community of people that do it too. And it's from a business that supports the sport and the events that it's actually providing things for, like not just with their mouth, but with their pocketbook and their actions. So weird equation. All that leads to an awesome company. I almost cursed, but I don't like to curse during the ad reads. I don't like to do that because who knows? You know, if you're put on, you might be ready to click buy on Sport Kilt, but then I drop an F-bomb. You're like, I don't know. I can't approve of that. I don't know what my pastor would say if he thought I was buying a kilt from someone that used so much profanity. So, but Sport Kilt is the best for a reason. I've used Sport Kilt my entire career. I will continue to use Sport Kilt until my career is over, which could be like tomorrow or it could be 10 years from now. I don't really know, but I'm continue to use Sport Kilt. I'm going to wear their socks. I'm going to wear their clothing. I'm going to wear their kilt. I'm going to get all the stuff that I need for Sport Kilt. Go to sportkilt.com. Use code HEAVYLIGHT. You're going to save 10% on anything you buy there. And I think, I hope that there's a season of some kind maybe coming in October. Maybe if we can not be a bunch of numbnuts in the United States and we can flatten this curve again and we can actually work as a team all together, then maybe we're going to get some sort of flattening of the curve and an ability to get out and do gatherings again and do it in a smart way. That's what I'm hoping for. October is the possibility. They're talking about, I'll let this cat out of the bag that literally no one cares about. It's a stray cat that's like got half its fur missing. But the elite lightweights are kind of mulling around and talking about doing rescheduling a national championship for October, I think in Ohio. And the Great Lakes Scottish Association is trying to make that happen. They asked, would I be in or not? I don't know. I would say it's 50-50 at best. But a couple of reasons. For one, as much as I rah-rah about, Team America right now, I don't think we're going to get our shit together by then. To be perfect. Or even if we do, we've done so much damage that we're still going to be digging our way. It's all about getting out there and potentially being exposed. I got a lot to lose by dying. That's my strong statement for now. I have people that count on me, and I can hear them in the other room right now. And as much as I love this community, and as much as I love competing, and as much as I would love to get in shape, try to go smash those guys, it's going to take something pretty serious to motivate me to do that, to get out of the house to do that, to be perfectly honest, to travel all the way to Ohio, the birthplace of my first child, by the way, to travel there and do that. I'd love it if it were a possibility. I'd love it if, somehow by October we eradicated the coronavirus. I don't foresee that happening, but here's hoping. So the other reason is, though, I don't know, I have another, get up, build a training block, start eating right and training consistently and in the sweltering heat in Texas, and get another go train, like a real athlete, and get in the mental state to where you have to focus on that and then have it pulled out from under me again. I don't know if I got another one in me, guys. I know that sounds weak-minded. I understand it. I understand if you think that I'm weak-minded for that. It's just it's happened twice already, and man, there's a part of me that's just mentally willing to say, hey, it's done this year. It's over. Figure out something else. And you'll come back to it when it comes back, and it'll be here. But, I'm still, obviously, I can still plenty be part of the community. And, I coach. I have a lot of athletes that I love to work with on getting them better to throw. And if they are going to go compete, getting them ready or getting them ready for next season. And also, I have to do this self-promotion. is that heavy light lifting launched this last week. So I've got lifting athletes that no matter whether they have a competition coming up or not, like, yeah, just get in shape and lift more and be more explosive and learn how to move. And then you're not going to be sorry that you did that. Nobody's ever been like, man, I wish I hadn't got so strong and mobile and explosive like that. So, I've got all that. I can stay in the community, but the competing part is personal. That's for me. This podcast, the coaching, all the content, everything, that's for the community. That's for us. That's for all. But whether I compete or not is not really consequential for everybody else, for the community. It's not. I mean, it's not like people are watching me to be like, is he going to be there? Like, nobody's doing that. So it's for me. And I'm really at this point now where I'm very close to saying, like, man, just you're done for the year. Just hang it up. Just practice when you can, stay in shape, and then when it comes around, it comes around. I don't know if I'm there yet. Some days I feel like I'm there. Maybe today I feel like I'm there, but other days I don't. But the Nationals in October, man, that'd be fun, but I just don't know if I'm there. Like, mentally. I don't know if, even if I signed up, it'd be like, I'd be doing it under the auspice of, like, or under the premise, I guess. Fucking SAT word book here. I'd be doing it with the premise that, like, I know it may get pulled out from under me again, so I don't know that I would train as, like, head down and, cannonball forward like that I have previously. So I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. I don't have, like, a definitive statement or, like, anything that I think anybody else should do. I don't know. We're all in that kind of weird, I almost said nether region. That's not really the right word. We're in this weird limbo right now where it's like, it's possible it could come back, or there's maybe I could throw, but it may not because things may get worse. So it's hard to know where to direct your energy, because we have finite time as hobbyists, basically. Like I've said many times, there's nobody making their full living on this sport in any way, shape, or form. We don't, as hobbyists, like, you have to be miserly with your time and your effort a little bit. And it's hard to tell yourself, like, every waking moment or every spare moment that I have outside of my job, my family, my responsibilities, I'm going to go throw it, I'm going to go lift, when, like, there may not be a reason to do that other than just the self-satisfaction that goes along with it, which, hey, I'm not going to discount. That's driven me a long way. It's gotten me a long way. But I'm not going to be judgmental of somebody if they're like, I don't know if I'm going to have a competition before next March or April, so I'm going to chill for a little bit and focus on some of the other stuff that I love. And for me, look, fall's coming, it's going to be hunting season. And I change over from, thinking about, for personal training, like, not personal training. Hi, welcome to 24 Hour Fitness. Now, from my personal, like, training goals, I kind of taper down when what would traditionally be our off season anyway. And I kind of become more of a hunting athlete, if you want to call it that. I change my focus for that. And I think that's going to continue this year. It's just, there's not that, like, in between time where I'm like, I've been throwing in the spring and throwing in the summer and stuff, and it hasn't been there. And, like, it doesn't mean that, like, the itch to do it hasn't gone, that it's gone away, because it has. I would love to put on a kilt and go compete right now. Like, it would give me so much joy, and it would give me so much satisfaction. I don't even give a shit how I throw. It would give me so much joy and satisfaction. But, like, in order to get the most out of it, it's nice to, like, to have a plan. It's nice to have a goal and a game that you circle, or, like, events that you care more about that you're going to travel to, or you're going to see certain people at, and you can train for them, and you have a training plan and you get to it. And without being able to plan, it's really just, like, it takes away a good portion of it, a good chunk of it. The majority of why we do this is because we love socializing with the other throwers and being out there competing for a crowd and having fun. But there's a pretty big chunk of it, especially if you're somebody listening to this podcast, and somebody, if you're somebody that's one of my heavy light athletes is taking their training very seriously, that's, trying to get to the next level. There's a big portion of this that is tied into your athletic accomplishment. That part of your psyche that wants to develop as an athlete, that wants to accomplish, that wants to compete, and wants to win, and that wants to better yourself to do this. And it sucks not having that part, guys. It's always going to be fun to get out and throw and dick around and goof around with friends. But when it's not directed, and there's no, like, goals for the season or things that you can plan for, it's hard because it takes away that big training portion. It takes that away. So I don't know. That's kind of my take home point is that I don't have an answer about what I want to do in the fall. And I don't think any of you should be forcing yourself to also. I think even if you're somebody that's got like a big games plan in October or something like that, and shit doesn't get better and it gets worse and there's still dangerous to do it, shut it the fuck down. Don't do it. Because it doesn't matter that much. It's not worth your health and other people's health to go put on a kilt and throw. Find other things to do, constructive, fun things with your friend group by a distance, and be smart about it. We still this community isn't going anywhere, guys. We're not going anywhere. Like that's one of the reasons for doing the podcast, is that it gives us like a central touchstone and a thing to talk about, and at least like talk about it. If people have thrown, here's the results, or here's the plans, here's what's going on. But as of right now, we don't have that much. So, you know, but we can still maintain this community. We don't have that much coming where we're all planning to get together, but we still have this. We still have our thing, Cosa Nostra, as you want to call it, whatever the Celtic version of that is. So, um, this is our thing. So let's keep that going. And things like memes and things like videos, things like content, things like jokes and discussions and stuff like that. Those are great. Keep the training videos coming. Let's keep it in the conversation. Let's keep it going, even if we don't have like a solid plan, because I think we do need to. If we can't have a clear plan for training, and we can't have a clear plan for a season and what everybody wants to accomplish and who's going to fall where in the rankings, at least we still have that community and that part of it that we get on the field, where we get together and we have the communal social aspect of it. And even if we don't get that on the field, we can do that with social media. So we need to put in the work. We need to, and it's not work, it's play. Use your spare time to put the sport on, to put it out in the public eye and make people aware of it, and be frank about how much it sucks that we don't get to do the thing we do, but I can't wait till this comes back, all that kind of stuff. But let's just, I don't know, let's just continue to be us. Let's not, you turn your attention to other things. If you're not training, you don't have anything else, but we're doing this out of love. So, keep in touch, basically is what I'm saying. All right, that's the end of the main podcast right there. Live stream is probably going to stay up. I think it was okay. My hair was terrible, but we can. That's Hollywood, baby. Yeah, I like doing this once in a while. I'll try to make it a little more formalized in the future, but it's fun to have people jump on and say hi. So I will keep this one up. This has been episode 40. Peace out, y'all. And I don't know how to stop the screen, so I'll just have to awkwardly fumble around here for a little while, and then finally press the X